Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and to a new episode of the Montreal Canadiens franchise mode in NHL 20, entering the NHL entry draft, and unfortunately another Stanley Cup final defeat. We've lost against the Chicago Blackhawks, who had a goaltender that was 78 overall. They had a really good top four. They had some one good defenseman in Boquist, I believe. Just couldn't get it done. Not enough scoring, even with a goaltender of that rating. So it sucks. We swept two series, the first and the third series in the playoffs. We're going to enter the draft. Caulfield had 23 points, 13 goals in 20 games. So I'm going to go into contracts because I did notice something that I really want to take care of as soon as possible. Going to goalies, and Marcus Samsonov is a 90 overall at 25 years old. Now, he does not want an extension, but right now he says here that he wants 8.75, which is more than great for a 90 overall at 25. So I'm even going to give him a bit more. I'm going to see if I can get him for 9 million for 7 years. We would have almost 30 million to re-sign. So I'm just going to give that, he's going to get back to us fairly quickly. I want to give it a try, see if I can get a 90 overall goalie for $9 million. Anything under 10, that would be fantastic. It's going to enter the NHL entry draft. We're going to have one of the later picks, of course, of the draft. So we're going to be picking at number 30, I'm pretty sure. There you go. I'm not going to make a trade or anything. I'm just going to go ahead and not trade for my pick. I'm going to simulate up to my pick and see who goes number 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. So sim to pick number 30. I know there was probably 5 medium elites at the start. So an 83 medium elite sniper, big hole for a sense. That's huge. 82 medium elite power forward Clifford. Then 78 medium elite rights. Yell, 75 medium elite. Then top 6, top 4. See if there's any. Oh, look at that. It's Sedin. See if there's any other elites. Medium elite 64 at number 11. That's a good pick by Detroit right there. After that, looks like it's top 6. So a medium elite there. Number 18, 63 medium elite, a left wing grinder. All right, so that's going to bring us almost to our pick. Number 30 in round number 1. I noticed a guy that could be elite in the later rounds. So I pinned him, so I'm going to take a look where he is right there. A couple of guys. So this guy, Rickard Lakanen, scouted to go 83rd, and this guy, Carson Dika, scouted to go 99th. So we'll probably take those in round number 2. I'm going to take a look here what's available in round number 1. If there's anything good going into... I'm going to see if there's any gems or busts as well. One gem, 854th, 5'9" left winger, only 6 points. I mean, I'm going to pin him. Never know, maybe... the last pick of the draft will take him. We'll see. But right here, we have a guaranteed medium top 9. Peter Mihalik, only 5 points. Take a look at the other guys, 70 points. They had 26 for Auburn, a left winger. Then we got Ferentz, the right winger. He had 44. 35 for Leighton. So nothing too crazy, really. I'm going to go down the list a bit more. This guy could be a top 4 defenseman. Timofey Volchenkov is only 17, though. ETA 3 years. Gauthier Dick could be medium elite as well, this guy. Nothing too amazing. I'm just going to take one of the higher picks up here. Auburn or scouts like him. He could be top 9, 26 points. Take him. So I'm probably going to take him to see how good he is. So firstly, the Montreal Canadiens would like to congratulate the Chicago Blackhawks and their Stanley Cup. And for our first pick of the 2027 NHL entry draft, we're extremely proud to select out of the Kingston Frontenacs in the OHL, Andre Auburn. Hopefully he's a good rating, at least a top 9, 61 top 9. Not great, but not horrible. I mean, it's a late pick in the round. Doesn't look like it's probably a deep draft. But in this second round, we actually have number 32. So I'm going to go ahead and pick the guys that could be medium elite before they get taken if other teams have scouted them. So this guy, Rickard Lakanen, he's a goaltender. Could be good for trade bait if he's high elite, 48 overall. That's a good pick at round number 2. We get offered 4th for a 3rd. Going to keep the 3rd. Look at that, a Crosby goaltender. Want to see if the other guy that could be elite is still available. I don't want to trade the pick. This guy here, Carson Dika, defenseman, 3/4 to elite. There you go, 49 medium elites. We got two guys, one medium elite, one high elite, up to the 4th round already. It's going to be definitely a very quick draft. We don't have a whole lot of picks. Really just take one of these guys. Stu Shannon, a right winger out of the Moncton Wildcats. You know I got to take a guy that played for the Wildcats. There you go. Stu Shannon, what is your rating? 56 medium, bottom 6. He's a sniper. Not a great pick, but I mean, he's from the Wildcats. I had to take him. Never know. Next pick, we have 154th overall. This guy is Seth Bratway, left winger. Could be medium elite. Take a shot. 53 medium, bottom 6. So only a couple of picks left to go. Honestly, I'm probably just going to go with the gem. I know our scouts had him as a gem, this guy. Never know. Maybe he could be good. His potential is unknown. 19-year-old Franklin Elliott out of the USA. 48 low, bottom 6. I was hoping maybe somehow he'd be like elite or something crazy like that, but did not work. Gervais Chouinard, what a name there. This guy, medium, bottom 6. Stafford could be medium elite, left winger. Actually had 46 points, so not a bad year out of the queue. Let's take him as our last pick. No, low, top 9. Well, we got a highly goaltender and a medium elite skater, so I can't complain. Two very good picks there. It wasn't a very exciting draft, but we got a couple of good guys there. So we're going to have to wait and see. Wow, we actually have to re-sign a couple of coaches. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to re-sign Silas Molson just because I want to go in a different direction from him. He's been fantastic for us in the regular season. Staff chemistry was not bad. His team fit is actually 65. Or I'm sorry, 63 now. He has A pluses everywhere, but I mean, we've not. I don't know. We not won one Stanley Cup with him. Did have 2 Presidents Trophy. I'm gonna re-sign him, and if worse comes to worse, I don't know. Maybe last year try to get a different coach. I was thinking of firing him, but there's A's all around. A pluses, team fit in the 60s. I don't know if I can find a better coach than him. I don't think he was the problem. I mean, we had decent chemistry as well. I just think that the team just didn't really score enough. But Marcus Samsonov re-signs with the team. $9 million and 90 overall goaltender at 25. We have him for 7 more years. That's the goaltender of the future for the team as well. He was fantastic for us so far. I'm just going to get a couple of these scouts to re-sign as well. So, I mean, 90 overall. That is amazing. I think that maybe the highest goaltender I've had in a franchise mode. I'm not sure because in the Atlantic Navigators, we had Boris Korosin. He may have been 90. He was high 80s for sure. He was very good as well. But he's only 25. He could still grow even more. I'm looking forward to see if any of the other guys grew as well of our forward group and defense. Let's take a look. So we had 21 million of cap space left. Caulfield 92, Kotkaniemi 92, Wong 90, Wright 88, Draisaitl 95. All right, Kotkaniemi, what do you want? 11.2 for 8 years. So that will leave us to about 10 million. Unila, he wants 10.3. Wow, that's a lot of money. Max Domi wants 6.3. So I'm going to go by position right now. So we have goaltending settled. I would really like to keep Kotkaniemi. I mean, 92 at 26. He does not want an extension. Philippe Danault, 82 at 34. He only wants 1.9. He did have 35 points. He was a plus 13. I mean, his stats are pretty decent. I'm going to re-sign him maybe as a 4th line center. Less than 2 million is really not a bad contract at all. Domi, I'm not sure if I want to keep him. I'll see what happens, but we'll see where we need other players. So this guy here, Iafallo, I'm going to sign all the 2A guys for sure. So as for defensemen, we actually only have 3 of them signed. We have Marino here. Evan Bouchard, 27, 84 overall. 6.1 million for 5 years. I mean, 6 million for an 84. I think we may have to look into free agency. Mario Mackey there, 81 at 23, wants 2.5. No problem. I'm going to sign him. Axel Anderson for a bonding pairing as well. So we really only need 1 defenseman for an NHL team. Going to let Bouchard walk. Maybe I can get something better for a little bit less. We'll see there. he was all right for us. I mean, he wasn't outstanding. He did the job, but I think I'm going to go in a different direction from him. As for goaltending, we have Samsonov, we have Lapointe, who could be the backup. Sawyer, he's definitely going to be the starter. 73 medium elite at 20. We'll probably have Bits or Bites as our backup in Laval. So we're going to get him signed as well. So defense, goaltending is looking good as long as Mario Mackey and Anderson sign. Right wingers, we really only have Caulfield, but we have other guys that could step up. So as for forwards, yeah, I'm going to have to sign a few contracts. So I definitely want to keep Kotkaniemi. That's a big piece of our team. We have the cap space. We have the money. 11.5 for 8 years. A massive contract. He earned his pay. I mean, Junila, I would love to keep him on the team. But, I mean, 10 million for a 23-year-old, 87 overall. He's only high top 6. It's not even elite potential. I don't think I can spend 10 million on a guy that's not elite. So Salas Molson is back as our head coach. That's great. So Kotkaniemi actually rejected as well as Mario Mackey. So that's a bit concerning. Anderson's going to sign back with our team. Wow. So we're going to have to look into the contracts. It may be a more difficult offseason than I thought. We only have 17 million of cap space left right now. So one thing I'm going to have to qualify is I'm glad I remember that. Qualify Unila, qualify Mario Mackey, and then Fitzpatrick, just give him a contract there. So Kotkaniemi, he actually declined. So what if I give him, so 8 is the max actually I can sign him for. So what if I give him, how much cash we have? 17 million. How about I give him 11.75 for 8 years? Let's see if he's going to take that. So Max Domi actually had 55 points. He didn't have a decent year, 6.3, but 4 years, already 32. I think I'll let Domi and Bouchard go to free agency. We can either revisit them at free agency or just go in free agency with our 10 million and see if we can get something even better. So we'll have to see there. Domi has been with the team since the start. So let's see. Hopefully Kotkaniemi is going to accept that 11.75 million for 8 years. That's all of our scouts coming back. He's actually going to reject. Wow, more money. And Mario Mackey's going to reject as well. Oh my God, nobody's staying with the team. I may have to let Kotkaniemi go to free agency, sign him there. I mean, if he's not going to take almost 12 million for 8 years, that's crazy. So, yeah, we're going to have a lot of work to do in free agency for sure. So I'm actually going to see if I can get Kotkaniemi for 12 for 8 years. It's a lot of money, but if he doesn't take that, we'll let him go to free agency and then go from there. I mean, he's a 92 overall at still pretty young age. So let's see if he's going to sign a contract for 12 million bucks. He's still going to reject. Well, guys, we're going to have to go into free agency, go from there and see what happens. We're going to need a few forwards, one defenseman. Our goaltending is all good. That's good to know for sure. All right, so let's go into free agency, see what is available. So Kotkaniemi is there, 92 overall. He's probably the highest rated guy. Raymond is there as well. So Coulomb there, 90 overall, 10 million. Pogge, Simmons, Wallace, a lot of crazy talent there. Wow, Youngman, Lundell. Look at all those elite players. That is unbelievable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 elite players. That's a deep free agency pool. And they're all super young. They're early 20s to mid 20s. All of them almost are actually RFAs. Only Kotkaniemi and Lundell in that group are UFAs. So we actually have 17 million of cap space right now. Tim Stutzel there, 25 years old, 85 overall medium elite, only wants 5.2 as a centerman. Oh my goodness, that's a very good deal. He's our RFA though. I wonder what we have to give up to get him. Let's say I give him 5.5 for 2 years. I'm just curious what it's going to be for contract. First and third round pick. The question is Tim Stutzel worth a first and a third? I think so, honestly. I mean, Tim Stutzel, he could be very good for us. He's only 25. Only wants 2 years. Let's say I give him 2 years, 5.75, a little bit more. Give him the first and the third. He would be fantastic. I want Kotkaniemi, But if I can get 2 players for the price of 1, honestly, I'm going to do it any day of the week. As much as I'm a big fan of Kotkaniemi, he was great for us. It's a business, and you got to look at the money side of things as well. So if we can get Stutzel, that would be fantastic. Let's see what else is available. I mean, look at that. Jamie Benn at 37 is an 80 overall. I'm going to go by the ratings as well, again, just to see if there's anybody around the $7 million range. A couple of guys here, obviously RFA, so we probably wouldn't have enough to offer contracts with them. Wallstrom there, only 27, asking for just over $7 million. He had 59 points in 24 games, so pretty good year. He's a centerman. We have enough centers. We're looking probably for a couple of wingers. This guy here, medium top 6, Machias, had a very good year. Look at those hands, very good hands, and all mid-90s for the shot, 88 speed. Wow, so he was a first round pick, 19 overall in 2020. 58 points, 37 goals with Nashville. Tommy Machias, I'm going to offer him a contract as well. I'm going to give him 6 point. I'm just going to give him 6 on the dot for 6 years. We actually have to give him a first and a third. He's an RFA. I completely missed that. So I'm actually going to go to just UFA. Can I do that? All right, so that's going to sort them a bit easier. Only the UFAs here. Now look at the stats of this guy, Anton Lundell. He's a centerman. 97 and 95 for the hands, 85 speed, 85, 87 for the shot. Compared to Kotkaniemi, Kotkaniemi does have better defense. He does have better shooting and better skating. I mean, if we can get Kotkaniemi, oh my goodness, I don't know what I'm going to have to do. I mean, we probably need another defenseman as well. So this guy here, Marcinko, 22 years old, 81 overall, medium elite potential. They want a third for the compensation here. 3 years, 2.5. I'm just going to offer him a contract. You never know. Maybe they won't be able to afford him. Worst comes to worst, we don't get him. So this guy here, Malkin, I know he was a high pick one of the previous drafts, but again, RFA. There's 5 UFAs here that I could potentially get. Ellis, Falk, Pietrangelo, Hronik, and Miller. So all guys that are obviously extremely good in real life right now. These guys, but they're down in rating because they're older. I mean, having a guy like Falk, Ellis, or Pietrangelo, even if it is for 1 year, wouldn't be bad. Pietrangelo had 50 points. Falk had 26. Ellis had 42. 36 years old. Just going to compare the stats. Pietrangelo has pretty good defense, actually, right there. I think I may have to try to get Pietrangelo 95 points. That would be huge for the playoffs. He could be a good bottom pairing. He wants 6.9, though. What if I give him a little bit less? Let's say I give him $5 million for 1 year. No other team is interested. Maybe he'll want to join the Habs. Never know. Gonna try to get Pietrangelo there as well and see how it goes. Forwards, we could use a couple more for sure. Because we offered a contract to Stutzel for $5 million, Pietrangelo 5, so we'd have about $7 million left. So maybe a couple of guys that are around like $3 million, like a couple of these guys, 84 overall. McLeod and Saad. Michael McLeod, he had 35 points, not bad. Pretty good defensive stats, not bad. Has 90 speed, decent shot. Brendan Saad there, he had 30. Had a decent year as well. So I'm gonna try to get McLeod here. He wouldn't be a bad player for us at all. Let's say 3.4, 3.5 for 3 years. See if Michael McLeod is gonna join the team. Tarnquist here, 83 overall. Gonna give him a contract, 2-way offer, no picks required. All these guys, you never know. Worst case scenario, they don't sign with the team or they match the offer sheet. Raphael Lavoie here, medium top 9. He's an 83. Where did he play last year? He actually played in the NHL Edmonton. 45 points. Only 26 years old. Wants give him $4 million. I'm going to try to get him as well. We offered a bunch of contracts. Let's see who signs. Hopefully Stutzel is going to sign. Obviously, one of the guys that scouted to go very high in this year's draft in real life in 2020. Okay, offered Dylan Strome for a Sawyer and a first. I'm going to say no for now. First, I want to see if the guys who offer contracts to are going to sign. trade between the Red Wings and the Flyers. So a couple of AHL moves there. Pietrangelo is going to reject, unfortunately. McLeod is going to join the team. That's big. Let's see who else is going to sign. Rafael Lavoie actually goes to the Blackhawks. Wow. So we still have to wait for Stutzel. And no longer have the picks. All right, so that's not good. I may have offered somebody else an offer sheet with those picks. So apparently I don't have the picks to sign Stutzel. I think I don't know if I accidentally offer sheeted somebody else with those picks. But let's see what else is available for forwards here. So we still have 12.5 million left of cap space. Kotkaniemi did go in another team. Unila there is still looking for 10 million, 87 overall, 23. He has high top 6 where I could get a guy like Lundell for the same price, 88 overall. This guy Coulomb there, 90 overall. He wants 7 years, 10 million at 23 years old. Had 66 points, 65 points there with Florida. Extremely good stats all around for sure. I mean, as much as I want one of those high-end guys, we have a few of them in our team already. I actually think I'm going to try to get a couple of these mid-80s players that could be good for our team. Take a look at the stats, how they did last year. Hartman, 54. Machai is there. He had a big year. He's an RFA, though. Hosang looks like he might be a good player for us. A guy like him. Tom Wilson is actually there. I mean, looking at Hosang's stats, he's pretty well rounded all around. Obviously, he's around a 40 to 50 point guy pretty consistently every year. Had 60 back in 22-23. He's 31. Well, it's only 3 years at 5.8. So I'm gonna give him a contract, $6 million. I could give him for $6 million to see what else is be available. I mean, Max Domi, we could bring him back. He actually had 55 points. He had. Looking at his stats, compare him to Hosang. Very good hands, very good speed, defense, and shooting. I think I'm going to actually try to bring back Max Domi. Why not? He's been with us since the start of franchise mode. 6.75. Try to bring Domi back, and then probably one more forward. We could get a winger. Maybe a guy like a Hartman or a Hosang. Hartman had 54 points. That's a pretty good year for him. Decent stats there. But I'm really liking Hosang, looking at his stats. 91, 89 hands, 90 speed, 84, 89 shooting. I'm going to try to get Hosang and Domi for our team. $6 million for 3 years. See if he's going to sign. We're going to need... if we can't get a defenseman, I'll just have to get one of the 80 guys. Guys like 79 or 80 for a bond and pairing. Let's see how it goes. So Max Domi is back with the team. That's fantastic. Let's see if Hosang is going to join our team or not. All right, so he is actually going to go with another team right there. Sammy Blais, okay, for 2 firsts and a defenseman. Wow, I hope he's a good rating. With the Toronto Maple Leafs there, 86 overall at 31. 5.4 for another 3 years. Very good hands, decent shot, 84 speed, 86 poise, 95 stick checking, very good defense. 5 stars at physical, 6'2", 205. Oh man, do we bring Sammy Blais to the team? He was our hero for Atlantic Navigators franchise mode. Stanley Cup winning goal. He was our captain. 40 to 60 points every year. They want 2 firsts and a defenseman, Jackman, who's medium top 4 potential. 75 at 21. This is interesting. I may have to get Blais back on the team. That would be a huge addition. Wonder if I can get like a defenseman back as well. Let's see what's available for defenseman. Maybe I can edit the trade a bit, but I'm definitely interested in that trade. I'm going to try to make this trade here. So I'm going to add our goaltender, Lakanen, who's a prospect, only 48 overall. We already have a couple of medium elite potential goaltenders or already elite goaltenders in our system. I'm going to try to get this Hutanen guy. He's 24, 83 overall. Medium elite potential, 50 points last year. Big defenseman, 6'4", almost 200 pounds. We'd have him and Blais. That would be just giant additions to our team. They have Blais on the block as well. Goaltending, they have Ukko-Pekka Lehkonen, but he's 84. I mean, they could probably use another goaltender in the pipeline. Let's see if this is going to go through. a goaltending prospect, a defensive prospect, 2 firsts for a medium elite roster defenseman, and Sammy Blais. Trade is accepted. Sammy Blais, that's the guy that's going to win us the Stanley Cup. I'm telling you guys right now, he won us a Stanley Cup with our Atlantic Navigators franchise mode. And I just feel that he's going to be giving us a Stanley Cup this year. We make a big trade with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Unbelievable, guys. So as for defensemen, you have Byron Churchrin, Soderstrom, Hutanen, Anderson, and Mariamaki. We are absolutely set for defensemen. So I'm going to see if I can trade him Unila for a first for this year and his second as well. Value is a bit on our side as well. Trade is rejected. Let's see if it goes for straight up a first. Trade accepted. All right, so Unila, we weren't going to sign him. We didn't have the cap space to sign him at all. So we have the first round pick of a team that's listed as a rebuilder. You never know. That might be a lottery pick this year. So Marco Unila, we wish him the best in Arizona. He was great for the few years that he was with us. We made a few trades with Arizona throughout the years as well. So I'm going to look at the awards. We're pretty much set for our team. We have no cap space left right now. As for the awards, the Stanley Cup to the Blackhawks, President's Trophy to the Capitals. Obviously, they beat us in the final. Art Ross to Nathan McKinnon once again. Colanos got the Hart for the Ducks. Norris went to Hannafin. He was a great defenseman to remember. 90 overall for the Capitals. Lundestrom with the Lady Byng. Vorobev with the Calder. Conn Smythe the Brinkat. So the Brinkat gets the Conn Smythe. I thought it might have been their goaltender. Vezina, Marcus Samsonov. There you go. We have a Vezina winning goaltender on our team. And the Jennings. That's awesome. Joseph with the Bill Masterton. Jack Adams with the Sharks coach. Selke goes to Sean Couturier for the second time in 3 years. Colanos, he's that crazy 95 or something overall guy. Gets to Ted Lindsay. The Rocket goes to McKinnon. Samsonov is a Vezina winner. There you go. That's awesome to see. So we're just going to sim up to the next season here. We're going to have to get a couple other coaches probably. Glass goes to Philadelphia for Drake Batherson. So a trade there between the Flyers and the Kings. All right, so Jed Wu is actually going to join the team. We weren't able to keep Maria Mackey. Unfortunately, we got an offer sheet sent for him. We just couldn't. We couldn't match it. There it is from the LA Kings. So we're going to get a second round pick, which is all right from the Kings. So hopefully they're not a good team this year. Hopefully the Coyotes suck because we have their first round pick. Who knows? Maybe it could be a lottery pick. So big changes, obviously, in this episode. We're still listed as champion. We did lose Jesperi Kotkaniemi. We lost Maria Mackey, Unala, some key players. We did get Sammy Blais. So the 4 groups looking a bit different. Defense looking much different as well. I'm going to look around what I can do with the lines and get back to you guys in a second. Alright, so the team looks a lot different. This is going to be the team we're going to go with in year number 9. So we have Shane Wright, Draisaitl, Cole Caulfield. So they have +1. Caulfield 93, Draisaitl 96, Wright 89. Line number 2 is Sammy Blais with Trevor Wong and Max Domi. Line number 3, Connor Garland with Michael McLeod, Brendan Gallagher, captain. Lawson Cross, Philip Danault, and Jacob Forsback at Carlson on line number 4. Defense, they actually have a +3 in the first pairing, making Byram in 89, Soderstrom in 88. That's very good. Churchrin 86, Hotanen here 84. He was a big pickup for us from that trade. Jed Wu, Axel Anderson, line number 4. And of course, Marcus Samsonov, 90 overall at 25. Just some very, very good stats all around. Hopefully, he can carry the team to a Stanley Cup. We'll see. As for special teams, Wright, Wong, Draisaitl, Caulfield, Churchrin, they all have a +1. Gallagher, Blais, Domi, Soderstrom, Byram, they have a +1 as well. With I'm gonna actually put Dino there for penalty killing because that's really what he's there for. His face-offs and his penalty killing, so that looks good. Gonna go over I'm gonna go over Laval probably just in the next episode. Gonna do that off camera. Make sure the team is all set. Coaching staff, we're going to have to get a few more coaches. So we need a goalie coach and an assistant coach. We're probably going to do that off camera while I'm not recording. I mean, coaching and Laval probably going to do that off while I'm not recording, just quickly before the next episode. captains. We're going to go through that just before we end it off. Caulfield, Draisaitl as assistants, and Gallagher as captain. There you go. So that's going to do it for the episode. A pretty tough offseason, really, after that Stanley Cup loss. We kept a lot of key players in the team. Unfortunately, we did lose some key players in the process. Unala, Kotkaniemi. But hopefully this team has what it takes to get to the Stanley Cup. So thank you for watching, and until next time, have a great day.